All right, and we are back here at the Lucky 13 podcast.
Hello.
And we have Purple's here.
Hi, Purple.
And Johnny is taking Melody's place because Melody's fucking busy and doesn't have time to do this. So we're going to keep fucking rolling on without her. We've taken a long fucking break. We've all been through a whole bunch of shit over the past fucking many months, you know. So a lot of us didn't. I kind of wanted to take a break for a while. I'm getting divorced. Already?
Jesus.
I didn't even make my second
Going
anniversary.
right into this, aren't we?
I guess.
Was not expecting.
We're diving right in.
I figure I'll share. I shared when I got married. I'm not gonna, you know, whatever, man. I wish you the best. Fucking life goes on. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
You're gonna be all right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Everybody's going to be all right.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be fine.
Well, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Happy to have you, Johnny.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
nice to see you, Purple.
I couldn't
Nice to see you.
think of anybody else I'd rather do it with it. Fucking Johnny.
Well, you know, it's interesting because this is, you know, obviously, I'm sure there are some listeners that know that we used to have a podcast with Jimmy Ferrari.
Yeah.
And we used to do it here at Lucky 13 Saloon for a time.
Yeah.
So I think this would be the first time. Wait, the last time I did a podcast with you, it wasn't here, right? It wasn't the Lucky 13 podcast.
No, it wasn't Lucky 13. The last time we did one,
was with Jimmy,
Yeah,
right?
it was with Jimmy. So
wow.
Yeah.
So that's quite a while.
It's been a fucking while, man.
It's been a while.
Yeah, and we haven't done these in a while. We haven't heard from fucking Purple in a while. How you doing, Purple?
I'm good. I'm
You
just
getting divorced
high.
too?
No, I'm not divorced.
All right, good.
I don't think I believe in marriage or getting the government involved in my affairs.
It's a big conspiracy, man.
It's all a conspiracy. It's all money.
So you're high.
High? I'm always high.
Yeah, she's always high.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Purple fucking punch. Really good shit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you specifically usually buy anything that has the word purple in it, or is that?
Yes, but with weed, I'll take whatever I can get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but today specifically, it just happens to be. Wow, that's a really cool coincidence.
Purple haze.
You gotta try it. It tastes like heaven.
Fucking A, man.
No, that would put me in the hospital.
What?
It would. Yeah. It would. I can't smoke weed either.
can't smoke
Paranoid
weed anymore.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
What's so wrong in your soul that you're freaking out about?
I would be missing
weed?
a day of work for sure.
Yeah,
I would be making it to work.
No, me neither.
Or a show.
Me neither. I'd be fucking high.
Are you going to a show?
I'd be curled up in a ball
later
in my
on.
fucking apartment.
Yeah, me
I
too.
wouldn't be curled up in a ball in my apartment. I'd be cleaning my apartment.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be doing.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing,
Yeah, but it's the only way to cope with it, right?
it's the only way to cope with
I
it.
would have to
Really?
do something like
Yeah,
that.
because
I wish that works for me. I'd have a spotless house. It's a pretty mess in there.
But you know what though? Like, I have to say, maybe it's not a bad thing that what happens to me when I smoke weed. Like maybe I should learn to deal with it because I overanalyze myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My first is I'm a disgusting pig, so I need to fucking clean. You know, and I'm not, but like I know I'm like fairly clean for a dude. You know, but that's like my first thing.
So you get paranoid about hygiene.
Well, hygiene's one. Then I feel bad about myself weight wise. I'm like, fuck it, I'm a fucking fat pig, so I won't eat if I'm high too. You know, like
The opposite of every other podcast.
yeah, exactly.
I
So,
think
like,
for me, I feel I feel everything too much.
Yeah.
Like I feel my heart beating too much. And then it's like, I'm like, oh my God, my heart's beating too much. It's beating too fast. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
What's wrong with my elbow? I feel like this thing in my elbow. Like I feel everything is so amplified.
It's all amplified. That's why
And
I don't like
I'm
it.
like, well, what the hell's going on? And then I just lose my fucking mind.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
turns into a fucking panic attack or something. And
Shit.
I've learned my lesson many times. I used to smoke a lot of weed.
I did too,
That's
man.
what I don't get.
In
What,
high
you just
school,
wake up one day like I'm fucking
Dude,
paranoid.
it turned
I'm
on
smoking
me.
Yeah, it
this
turned
shit
on
no
me
more.
too, man.
It turned on
I
me.
hear this
on
from
me.
everybody, and it hasn't turned on me yet.
I
turned
did
on me.
have a not so kind of horrible experience. I did a nice amount of traveling over the past fucking 6 months. I went out to LA quite a few times, twice, not quite a few times. I went out there twice. But the one time I went out there, I smoked a little bit, and like the girl I smoked it with said, "Oh, it's like only like 9% THC or something like
bullshit.
that." And I was wasted anyway. And I remember
God.
like
That's
texting my friend at one point, saying like trying to text him, and he's showing me the text the next day. I was even too embarrassed to look through them, but they were just like gibberish. Like it was just I don't know what the fuck I was
That's
saying.
kind of like
so.
my life.
But it wasn't. I wasn't paranoid. I think it was because I was wasted already. So we got
True.
It's interesting you say that, Purple, because from what you put out into the world, it seems like all you do is exercise and do acrobatic things and really
I
cool.
really don't. As often as I put out, it looks like it but in reality, it's like lately now.
You do it more than the average person, though.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
it's my job, like 3 days a week, pole dancing,
Yeah, so you're getting a nice fucking exercise at
already
least 3 days a week.
my-
Are you exercise? You used to exercise, but now you're in a relationship now. So
Yeah,
it's
I'm
fucking
gaining weight.
What
God
happens,
damn it.
man? You
Don't
put
get
on
too
love.
I
comfortable.
lost my six pack. I'm so upset.
It'll settle. It'll settle.
letting go of myself
You'll
now.
get into a routine, and it'll fucking settle.
My
Purple.
butt grew back. That's one good thing.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, and it seems to be that you're very happy.
Yeah.
So that's always good.
Yeah.
And
Happy means eat everything and
I mean,
It's
you're
good.
nesting, right?
Yeah, you're nesting. You're laying on
I'm
the couch.
nesting.
You're watching.
Nesting, you're
You're
nesting.
watching movies.
And
You're
you're making
fucking.
love.
actually no, like never.
No, you don't chill out and watch
I'm
movies.
actually still being athletic. Like I'm hiking and
Oh, that's
going on
good.
adventures.
I walked 5.4 miles the other day.
Wow.
When I went to go see, so
Word.
Johnny works at the fucking smorgasbord over in
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
in Prospect Park, and yeah, I walked 5.4 miles that day.
That's great.
I ran my first mile yesterday.
Really?
In 16 years.
Jesus
yes.
Christ.
Wow, how did that feel?
It fucking hurt, but
Yeah,
like I
but
felt.
running's
Did you
good,
cry?
man.
Yeah, but I felt no.
Running
I
is like the
muscled
best
through
thing
it.
you can do.
Yeah, dude, and it was. I felt really good. Well, what happened was last week.
If I saw you running in the street, I would just.
I wouldn't run on the fucking street.
Like,
Are you
dude,
kidding me?
Oh, it was the treadmill?
Yeah, I wouldn't have. Yeah, you kidding me? I run like a
What
fucking.
happened? What are you running from?
Dude, I run like a slug.
I would just die.
Yeah,
Well,
dude,
now
I-
you do.
Oh no, but I always have, dude. I'm
okay.
not a runner. Like
You're not a good runner?
Not at
Yeah.
all, dude. Like fucking. When I was a little kid, I used to play soccer, and dude, I was like the slowest kid on the field. Always have been. I can't run. I'm like a slug, and but I got a rush from it. And I used to do it years ago, just on the treadmill, put the headphones in and fucking rock out,
Right.
And I did it yesterday. And well, so what happened? This is what started me though. So Mike, our bar back,
Okay.
was like, I was complaining to him. I'm like, dude, like I'm going to the gym, but I'm just getting bigger. I'm not getting like, I'm not slimming down. He's like, well, dude, are you doing cardio? And I'm like, well, yeah, sort of. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he's like,
Gotta
come on.
do it.
So he's like, come to the gym with me. So I went to the gym with him last
Oh
week,
my
dude.
God, he probably kicked your
Fuck
ass.
you. Yes, he did. Dude, we got on the stair fucking thing. It's not even a Stairmaster anymore. It's fucking moving stairs. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I get on that thing, and like, dude, 3 minutes in, I knew I was fucked.
Yeah.
And like, my hips started burning.
Yeah,
I was
You
like,
just gotta
huffing
ignore it and
puffing.
keep climbing, man.
Well, and I did, man. And that's what fucking
Yeah,
Until
Mike-
your
man.
hip gives out.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like me. My thing will be like, I'm doing something, and I'm like, oh, and it's just like I fall.
Johnny's entangled in the fucking
Can't. My
machine.
bones, everything's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
little messed up.
Yeah.
So you don't really work out.
I do a little workout. But
You
my
look like you would
workout,
do yoga.
I do. It's more of like a yoga push-up thing. I really have to be careful because I have like a broken scapula, a torn
Oh my God.
Rotator cuff.
I have
Yeah.
separated
Rotator cuff, thank you.
shoulders.
Yeah.
I know, kind of know how you feel.
Yeah.
Johnny, you're supposed to be the brains of this operation.
know.
You know what I mean? Like,
You're the new brains.
Lately, I don't know. My brain, it's going, man.
I'm getting older,
old.
man.
I'm getting older.
you gotta
46.
start taking fucking brain meds and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, was it fish
Wow,
oil?
you don't
Is
look
fish oil
46.
good for the
Thank
fucking
you.
brain?
It
Who?
is,
Brains?
Fish oil?
It is.
I think
Yeah.
it's good for the brain.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
I don't know if that's vegan though, is it?
I don't think so.
It's
It's
fish
fish
oil.
oil,
It's
purple.
pescatarian.
No, it's not. It's not vegan.
Fuck, there goes my brain.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! A friend of mine recently goes. He turns to me the other day. I'll keep his name out of it. He goes, Can you eat eggs if you're vegan? I go, no. He goes, what's the point of living then? But I agree wholeheartedly.
I love eggs, man.
Me
I
too.
actually
No.
ate eggs this morning.
Oh my God!
I like caved and went back to eggs. The last time was in Thailand. And
Really?
Not like full on eggs, but it was like in the pancake, and like they didn't mix it right or something.
But it's different over there, man. Like honestly, like
The food
it's-
is better there, first of all.
It's better. It's cleaner. Like the chickens, like you see the chickens walking around.
Oh,
They're not all puffed up with antibiotics.
Oh,
they
yeah,
look like
they look
Yeah,
you're
they're
like
like fucking
you're like,
chickens,
whoa, look at
yo.
those scrawny
Yeah.
little fucking chickens,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah, tiny
And like,
little birds.
yeah, when you eat the chicken there too, like they don't. It's not all white meat, you know. Like here, you get all fucking white meat. Out there, you're not getting that shit. And the portion
Well, here,
size over
there's
there
like
is-
tumas in the chickens, and they leave them and still sell it and cut it off. And
God.
Yeah, well,
That's the thing.
The whatchamacallit? What's the fuck? I just had a brain fart. What were we talking about?
Move on. We were talking about chickens in Thailand. Thailand and chicken and
Thailand
eggs.
chicken.
Eggs.
Yes. No, so the portion
Eggs, you
control.
found it.
Oh, wait a second. Did you smoke too?
Yeah, no. My allergies are fucking killing me.
Yeah, something's going on.
Yeah, my
I don't
allergies
know.
are killing me. I know it's
Brain
allergies.
is
I thought I was sick today. I fucking convinced myself I'm sick all the time. Like, I was feeling like shit. I went out for a little while last night.
Psychosomatic.
Yeah.
I
And
do
so if
that.
somebody around me sick, like I was hanging out with somebody last night who's got a cold. I'm like, immediately, I'm like, oh my God, I'm sick. I totally caught it. You motherfucker, I shook your hand.
Yeah, I get really paranoid too. If somebody's on the train and they're coughing, I'll get up. I will
Yeah.
move. Like, I'll make it very obvious. So, like, you're not covering your mouth.
Yeah.
So I'm moving.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like that shit.
I'm a germaphobe when it comes to that shit. I'm like always opening the doorknobs with like my hoodie. and,
See, I
like,
never used to give a fuck. I never cared. I don't care. I'd lick the
Freaks me out,
sidewalk. I
man.
never used to care. And now I'm like,
Right.
starting
As you
to
get older, you care
But
more.
yeah, well, I'm starting to get old because listen, I know I'm not a fucking spring chick. I'm not a fucking chicken full of hormones anymore. You know what I mean? So I gotta like watch
Yeah,
my
you
shit.
Be careful, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want that trip to the friggin' doctors.
No, I don't wanna-
Speaking of, I need to go. When's the last time you guys had a
Oh
checkup?
my God, please no.
I don't even know.
I need to make an appointment.
I am
Yeah.
petrified of doctors.
You know-
I freak out on a blood test. I cry.
Well, no, I had a checkup. I had a checkup about a year ago, and he's like, every time he says the same fucking thing to me. You know what I mean? He's like, quit smoking. But I actually lost weight. I gained it back now, but I think a lot of it's muscle. When I went back last time, I had lost a whole bunch of weight, and he was like, "Oh, well, you lost weight since the last time you were here, like 30 pounds too." And then, but
Sweet.
I've been going to the same doctor for like 20 years, and he's like, "Well, but you look at me from fucking 20 years ago. I was a lot thinner back then."
Right. Yeah, I definitely need to make an appointment. I've never gotten that exam.
The prostate exam.
The prostate.
I've had it.
Oh my God.
I've had it.
46, and I've
You
never,
guys have to do this shit?
Yeah.
guys should
Well,
do it. I
once
should
you-
have did it 5 years
Once
ago.
you hit like
What do the girls
once,
gotta do, yo?
once you hit like
Fucking-
45, I think 50 is the big one for the fucking. You should get.
Yeah, they say 40.
Oh, is that what they say?
Yeah, I think.
Bend over, fucking
You're like,
Johnny.
fuck this. Nobody's going to my
We got
ass.
some, I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'll tell you something's wrong.
I don't know, man. I'm not looking forward to that one, but I know I need to go do it. I know I need to go get a regular checkup. I got to get my blood work done. I haven't done it in a long enough time. But now that we're getting older, like really, you should go for a checkup every year, right? I mean, at my age, I'm 46 at this point.
I think you should. I don't know.
Right.
I'm the
Doctors
same.
are the devil.
I'm the
That's
same
my
age
theory.
as
I
you,
know.
Johnny.
I
Don't
kind of
trust
feel.
them.
I
They're
kinda
not,
Don't
though.
get shots.
Purple.
Fuck
I'm
that dude. My
conspiracy
doctor. I have this little fucking Indian guy, and he's like 70 years old.
Bend over, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
I'd rather do a holistic doctor,
You're going to feel some pressure.
Yeah, well, he
That's
latches-
super racist. I'm sorry.
No, I actually dug that accent. That was pretty
Thanks,
good.
man.
That was pretty good.
not
Well, how is that
expecting a
racist, Johnny? It was like if I'm going to say a Southern person, I'm going to be like,
I guess.
here, you know what I mean?
Dude, I
Like,
say hello like an Asian to everybody. I'm like, hello.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess
I don't know.
you're right.
Yeah, purple.
I
That's
don't know.
I
racist.
call my
Purple-
cat
people are so
Ririan.
sensitive.
Purple.
these
That's
days.
racist, though.
No way.
Anyway, you were
Speak.
saying you have an Asian.
Oh, so I have an
you
Asian
Indian guy.
I have an Indian guy, and he is like 70 years old. And it was funny because like the last time I went, he's like, "Whoa, you got big." He's like, "What are you doing at the gym?" And I was like, "I will lift weights." And he's like, "What are you doing that for?" He's like, "Don't lift weights." He's like, "Look at me." And all of a sudden he starts doing push-ups in front of me, fucking pull-ups. Like this guy's jumping all over the fucking office and stuff. You know what I mean?
fucking awesome.
Bouncing off the walls. Like, look at me, I'm 70. I'm fucking doing pull-ups and he's showing me push-ups. He's like, he's got those he's got a pull-up bar right in his office and
Right.
like little weights, you know?
Right.
And I'm like, well,
Lit.
I'm not a little Indian man.
That's
Yeah.
not the reason. It's mind over matter, everything.
I think like I don't know. I think different things work for different people. Like I
Yeah, it
think we
does.
all, Purple's a great example of how
I couldn't do what she does.
acrobatic you are and how much strength
Yes,
you
you
have.
can.
Certain on a pole or like do
It's
all
how you
kinds of
talk
flips
to
and
yourself.
shit.
It really is. You got to believe in yourself, and you'd be surprised at what you're capable of.
Preach it,
honestly.
Purple man.
I'm
Preach it.
serious,
No,
man.
No, that's not, I understand.
I'm serious.
I'm with you, man.
What about you did have an injury like that was like going
Yeah,
back
and it
over
slowed me
shoulder.
down, but I'm still like, it moved on to this shoulder now, and now both of them are fucked. And like, honestly, I just ignore it. I don't even
You just
care.
got to find different exercises for it.
Yeah, I stretch. Stretching helps a lot.
I'm putting holes in my mouth. I hope it doesn't make too much. I don't want to be.
It's gonna make
You didn't
it's
give
gonna
us
be all
the burp
noisy.
yet.
I don't
Still
want to be.
waiting.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna be coughing. I just
Wait,
don't want-
what is the name of that? There's a specific like a new thing that's like catching on. It's I mean it's not a huge deal, but like people is a specific like like they call it like DSTF or something like that, or
Abbreviation?
I don't know. It's some kind of abbreviation for recording the sound of like
Stop.
ice in a cup. Or
I don't give a fuck, Johnny.
coffee.
I don't.
What's that fucking thing you said that I loved so much when we were in Atlantic City? Johnny?
What the fuck are you talking about? Me and Johnny went to Atlantic City about 2 months ago.
Nice.
Was it that?
April. It was April.
April, yeah.
Yeah, it was the first week of April.
Yeah, oh my God, we had such a great time.
Yeah, we had a great
What'd
time.
you do?
We went with Chris,
Gamble?
our friend Chris.
We got wasted.
Yeah, we went. Oh my God. Well,
I got
I did
wasted.
too. I got.
Yeah.
I
I feel
got
like I
normal
can't even
wasted.
picture you
Yeah,
wasted.
Johnny-
You're always
I
so
got normal
quiet.
wasted. No, I was pretty.
Do you get crazy?
No, I don't get crazy, but I was pretty drunk. I mean, for the amount that I drank, it was pretty extensive.
Yeah.
But I was the one. I got out of. I didn't get that wasted.
Johnny,
You guys,
Johnny held the fort down.
I kind of did.
Johnny was the
But
adult.
we did. Let's just say we did a lot of drinking.
Yeah, we did.
We did a lot of drinking.
And the last day we were there for what, 3 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the last day was just useless. The last night.
Yeah.
We were 2 days. We left on the third day.
Yeah, but we still managed to have a great time. We still managed to have so much fun.
Yeah,
and
I lost so much money.
Yeah,
I won money and then I fucking gave it all to a stripper.
yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
That was an unfortunate thing.
For conversation. I
But
didn't get a lap
cause.
dance.
It was a good cause.
It was a good cause. I didn't even
good
get a lap
cause.
dance or nothing. I just sat there and bullshitted.
And she was gorgeous.
Yeah, she was very pretty, but
Yeah.
it was funny because I'm just going through a fucking divorce, so I'm sitting there.
That's what happens. You're vulnerable. They
well, it
come
was
and
like,
get you.
Oh my God, you fucking bitches! Purple knows what she's doing.
Dude, I went to, it's so funny because my first time like in a strip club was to like go apply. Like, so I'm like, oh, I want to go dance. Like, and whatever, that's its own story in itself. But my first time as a customer in a strip club was like 5 years ago. And like, it was a nude strip club in Tampa. And I only brought like $800 with me for this trip because it was like a 3-day like Florida
And you
trip, like
spent
to
it all
spend my
in
spending
fucking-
money.
Yeah.
Dude, I just fucking got singles and was throwing it everywhere like a wild drunken maniac.
Yeah,
like,
and the next
my
day you're
friend
like,
with me
"Fuck."
was like, "Dude, your fucking money's all gone." Like, whatever, I still had fun, and I just
That's what happened too. Like I won what? Like I won like
a
$1,300, and then I fucking gave it right to the stripper. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Doug, here you go.
Yeah, what did you call me, Johnny Lucky Charms?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I was good to have around for these guys.
You're
because
good
when I
lucky.
was with them, they won money.
Yeah.
but I didn't win anything.
Yeah.
I don't
You
gamble.
won a little, didn't you?
No, nothing.
Nothing?
I think $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't go. You didn't feel bad about yourself the next day anyway.
No.
I felt bad
I
about
had
myself.
a great time, and I
$10
felt really good.
richer and happier.
And one of the coolest things was when these guys were recovering, I had a little bit of time to myself, so I went down to the beach actually,
Aw.
and I got to hang out in the water. It was really nice.
Yeah.
It was
Me and Chris were both in our fucking rooms till God knows what
So
time.
I guess you didn't
And
get
then
as
they
drunk
come
as
back
them.
down. They come back down. Both of these guys come back down after being like, spending a whole day sleeping in. And the minute you both come back, like literally, the minute Chris he puts.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he won $1,000.
$5.
He won $1,000, didn't he?
Yeah,
wow.
$5 in the slot machine. Boom, he wins. You come down. Oh shit, I won too.
Yeah.
Man, look at these
Damn,
guys.
you are a good luck charm.
Fucking Johnny Lucky Charms, dude.
They're gonna drag you out there every time now.
Hey, I don't mind. We're supposed to go
Yeah.
back again.
Yeah, we have to do that.
We do.
It was supposed to be in June. I don't know what happened. We're gonna talk
I mean, come on. 3 full grown. Like, come on. We can't. We can barely.
I can
Dude,
do
we
it.
just celebrated Christmas.
Yeah, that's true.
That's another thing
That's
we can
true.
talk about. We
Wait,
just
what?
literally celebrated.
Yeah, we went out to dinner the other
What
night.
was
Me
it,
and
last
Johnny and
week?
Chris. Yeah, last
Christmas?
week.
Last
Yeah.
week we went
Yeah,
to
you're
Portobello's.
confusing me now. Too high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, try to keep up because
Yeah.
we literally just went out to celebrate. That's because we can't. All three of us can't get together.
Yeah, make time to
especially
fucking
with,
get together.
with Chris
Yeah.
because he's so busy.
He's a busy guy.
He's flying all over the damn place.
Christmas?
Huh? Chris Santos. You met him before.
Oh, I thought you said Christmas.
Christmas.
What?
Well, we did. We
Oh
did
my
say
God.
Christmas.
Yeah, there was
Okay,
a Christmas.
I'm like,
Christmas was
holy
in there,
shit.
too.
Christmas was in there.
Got
with
it,
Chris.
got it.
Yeah.
Now I caught up. My brain
Yeah,
made
so we
it.
went
Anyway.
and exchanged some gifts and
We did. Which
Yeah.
I gotta say, I felt absolutely horrible.
Why?
Because it was like I thought we were getting together as a Like, yeah, okay, Chris, Chris never gave us our gifts. You went out and you bought me gifts.
Well, because I was like, dude, I can't show up with nothing for Johnny. I got all this
didn't have
stuff for
anything
Chris.
for you.
I don't care. I felt awful about
See,
it.
this is always the weird thing about these holidays, like gift giving. You know, you never know who to buy a gift for, or if someone.
I know who to buy
and
gifts
then, like,
for.
if you get someone something and you get nothing back, you feel a little stupid. Like,
I don't feel
maybe
stupid.
I shouldn't have. Like, I don't either, but sometimes I do. I'm just like, okay, was that like too weird?
Purple, you're young. Like, once you get a little bit older, like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about nothing
Like,
anymore.
just people like maybe I'm trying to be more friendly
I mean, I do
with.
give a fuck about stuff, but,
And it's like,
there's
maybe
certain
this
things I
person
don't give
doesn't
a
like
fuck.
me, and I just got them a gift. Like, shit like that.
No, it's like, I wanted to buy that person a gift. So if they didn't, maybe they didn't have money or they didn't think of it, I don't care. Like,
I never
wanted
care
to buy
about
that person a gift.
getting anything
And
back.
you got me great gifts, by the way.
Thank you.
What'd
John.
you get
Awesome.
him?
He got me 2 great records
Nice.
and a limited edition Lucky 13 shirt.
Yeah.
Which I
Limited
really appreciate.
edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, one for the benefit.
The
right?
benefit. Yeah, we're doing an animal for Sean Casey Animal Rescue June 23rd. We have some cool fucking T-shirts. Those are cool T-shirts.
Yeah,
right?
it's a really cool T-shirt. I
Yeah,
dig it.
yeah. Jeff, our friend Jeff Golden made the shirts, and he didn't make them. This guy Chris did the shirts, but Jeff designed it. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm
Yeah.
digging the hoodies. I just got the last medium-sized hoodie, and I was lit.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Yeah, man. I got one of the old school classic ones.
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud.
You
that
got
I
one of the
have that.
original ones. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. And
Yeah.
everybody tries to steal that shit.
Oh yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
gold.
Try to fucking put that shit on and leave.
Yeah.
No, ain't having it.
It's fucked up.
It's funny. I wonder how I've lost shirts throughout the years. I have no Eyes of the Sun shirts. Not a one.
Really?
I don't know where the fuck any of them went.
interesting. Wow.
And I don't wear my own band T-shirts. So I know have had them.
Right.
And I just don't know what happened to them.
Well, it's usually,
It's gnomes,
it's
yo.
usually a good
It's
sign
us-
that they're all gone.
Yeah, I guess.
That means that, people have them.
It means the girl's gone also too. That's what the fucking problem is.
Yeah.
I believe in the underpants gnomes. I'm always losing my underpants.
Your underpants are tiny, Purple. No wonder why. A fucking gutter rat come in and fucking just munch on them and fucking they're gone.
Gutter rat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting, weird thing to lose your underpants all the time.
Yo, bitches probably steal them
Oh, you mean here? Like
everywhere.
Here.
My house,
In your house?
everywhere. My
What,
car
like, have
eats
roommates?
it.
I have a stockpile of purple
No,
underwear in my
I got
house.
2 cats.
Jeff's stealing all of them.
Yeah, I
you
feel-
don't know. He's got a whole dresser drawer full of your underwear.
I feel pretty.
Creepy.
I feel pretty.
Yeah, I feel like I brought my Goat Whore when they played here gave me a T-shirt and it says "fuck by Satan" on the back of it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to wear that out in public.
No, definitely not.
But I will wear it. Like if I don't have a T-shirt in my house and I want to just put a T-shirt on, I'll put that shirt on.
Don't ever
But-
get caught somebody taking a photo of you
No,
wearing that.
well, I just feel bad when I have to send it to the laundromat.
Oh, my
and the
God.
fucking the little Mexican lady's got to fold my laundry, and it says "fuck by Satan"
Ay,
on it.
Dios mío. Why are you afraid to wear it in public? Fuck
What?
it, man. I would wear
by
it.
Satan?
It's just not my thing, you know. Yeah,
Why not?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't want to be fucked by Satan, to be honest
Yeah.
with
God damn it.
you. You know,
Not good enough reason.
I guess. You're not catching me. That's like what's it called? Who had that shirt years ago? Cradle of Filth had that shirt. Jesus is a cunt shirt. It's like, dude, that's fucking brutal T-shirt.
That's pretty brutal.
And like when they even, it was funny. I was reading an article and they even said like we didn't expect anybody to actually buy this fucking T-shirt.
Yeah.
They thought it was funny. But you go around Sunset Park when that shirt came out, you'd see these little Mexican kids walking around with
Oh, no.
with Jesus is a cunt T-shirt. It's either one extreme or the other. You know.
Yeah.
Crazy fucking
Word.
crazy Mexicans.
Yeah.
And then I went to New Orleans a couple weeks ago too, which was cool.
That's
was a
right.
cool trip.
That's right, man. I
Yeah.
saw some photos.
Yeah.
You went on another little what do you call it? Like a swamp.
A swamp
journey?
tour. Yes,
A swamp tour?
Yeah, we went into one of those fucking fan boats things, you know, with the big propeller
Yeah.
on the back
Those
of
are
it.
loud, right?
Yeah, you gotta wear. They make you wear ear protection and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I saw
It was cool, though.
you were on. You went with your Can I say?
My lady friend. Yes,
Your
I
lady
did.
friend?
Yes, I did. I went with my lady friend.
You went with your lady friend, and
I did.
she was holding in one of the photos. She had like a
She had an
baby
alligator. Yeah. It was cool.
man.
Yeah, it was
How the
cool.
hell? What did they get? Did they?
That's
pick, like, pick
badass.
that
I
up
didn't
from
fucking
the-
see this
No,
photo.
well, he had it in the boat
Oh,
already.
you had it in the boat.
Yeah.
It's like a little pet or something.
Yeah, it's just a
You
little
thought they
fucking.
caught
It's
the
just a little
alligator?
display until it gets too big, and then he'll fucking.
Fucking that little tiny thing will bite your finger off.
Dude, those
though.
things are killing machines. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't fucking with any
I
of
don't
those.
know, man.
Yeah.
I would not hold it.
At one point, dude, the dude was giving me anxiety because they pull the boat over and they're gonna feed fucking the alligator, and the alligator's just coming up to the boat,
Fuck that shit.
That's cool.
and it's like starting to go up into the boat, and the dude's got his back turned, cutting the fucking chicken.
Fuck that.
And I'm like, dude, turn around! You're fucking gonna get eaten by this fucking alligator. And he's just like, it through, you know, what I mean, petting it on his head and
No,
stuff
fuck
like
Oh
that.
my God.
I'm
Yeah.
not into it. I'm not
Yeah.
into it. I learned a valuable lesson in Central Park, going on like a tour boat, like one of those little lake boats, and like the guy I was getting on the boat with a girl at the time, and he was like, "Oh, sit here." And I sat down and listened to him like an idiot. And he like pulled the boat into the water.
Yeah.
And I fell backwards into the fucking boat. And he totally did it on purpose.
What
Oh,
dick?
what
I
a
know, he
dick.
totally did. And you can see, like, I looked over, I'm like, he got me. And after that, I was like, you know what? I'm never going to trust another guy on some fucking tour boat, no matter where I am.
He was
Yeah.
just jealous.
I'm always
man.
going to be
They
weird.
wouldn't do that in New Orleans though, because you get like, what happened if you fell in and get eaten by an alligator? Or they'll sue you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think nowadays nobody would do that to you. You should have punched him right in the fucking
Did you
face.
go on
wanted
any
to.
boats in Thailand, like those fucking long boats with the little motor on the back? Those shits
No.
are fucking crazy. The waves and they bounce
Yeah.
off them. Like I thought my butt bone was gonna break.
I didn't do that. I did what did I do? I was like a little canoe thing.
I don't like canoes. They scare me. The balance is fucking weird.
I forget what it was.
Kayaks are
Maybe
better.
it was. I don't know. I was in some. Maybe it was one of those little things with the motor on it. It was. Yeah, 'cause
was.
it was. And
Well, maybe
they
I
took
just
us
had a
into.
crazy driver.
Well, no, they did, and they took you over by the. It was by John, fucking whatever 007 Rock over there.
John 007 Rock.
That sounds insane. I don't know.
John Wick Rock? No, it's
Oh,
the fucking
John Wick
No,
Rock.
it's the fucking 007. What is it? 007 Rock? What's it called?
I didn't know of this rock.
James Bond Rock. You don't know what I'm
Oh,
talking
the James
about?
Bond. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Interesting.
There
Yeah.
it is. I was waiting.
Yeah.
Speaking of boats, I'm going on a kayak trip. this
Oh
weekend.
yes,
Kayaking
yeah.
is the shit. Where
Yeah.
you going?
Down the Delaware Water Gap.
Can you swim?
Sweet.
I can swim.
Oh, you can?
enough.
All right.
Yeah, I can swim enough.
You just
All
renting
right.
kayaks and going, or you
Yeah, well, I went last year, and we had a blast. Me and my friends, and it was so much fun. It's a 14-mile kayak journey, though. It takes you do it in like
Dude,
you do it
that
in like a
sounds
day
amazing.
and a half. And
So what do? You go and then you camp out on the side of the river
yeah,
and then you,
you
go
do.
again.
You,
Love
you
it.
kayak, and there's all these campsites along the way, and you got to kind of like find one. Which last year we kind of, we went with my friend Joe, who's done this trip before,
Right.
And he found this very specific campsite the first time he went, and he was like, "This is the one. We're gonna find it." And it just so happened that when we went, it was kind of a busy weekend.
Oh, so someone
and when
was
we
in
got
it.
to that site, it was like taken.
Yeah.
So then we continued on, and everything was taken. And we wound up
God.
doing like literally 10 hours in one day in the fucking sun. It was pretty.
Yeah,
it was
you're
pretty
cooking.
brutal. But by the end of it, by the end of the day, we were all like I was complaining a lot.
Right,
I'll be
right,
honest.
right.
I was, and like looking back,
It's a long
on
day
It,
sitting in a fucking boat.
yeah, it
getting
was. But
beat up.
looking back, I was like, this year, I'm going to do much better.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it. But then you think about like 10 hours. The first, like, if we do 8 to 9 hours kayaking,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Because you're moving your arms 75%
Yeah,
of
it's
the
a
time.
workout.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Any little rapids and shit?
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah?
the fun part. When you hit those little rapids,
Are you in a kayak by yourself or are you in a dual kayak?
just by myself.
Yeah?
There's going to be 4 of us.
Okay.
So, but you definitely have to wear a life preserver. You definitely have to be careful because when you hit those rapids, you could hit a rock
Right.
and you could flip, and that's when things can be a little
And then
bit
you're stuck
dangerous.
under the fucking boat and you drown.
Yeah, you can fucking something stupid could happen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Be
and-
careful.
I saw Deliverance.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
Yeah.
fucked in the ass. That's a crazy person. Like there was a point.
You got a pretty
during
mouth, boy.
During the trip, there was a point during the trip last year where I was so tired at one point, and the sun was just so hot. It wound up that we went on the hottest day of the year last year, which it's not going to be that hot. This
Not
year.
planned.
Is it? It's supposed to be
so-
hot this weekend?
No, it's
Tomorrow's
not.
like
It's going to be
79,
like
I thought.
80 and 70
Yeah.
something.
Fuck
So
yeah,
it'll be
man.
mild.
Yeah, Sunspring 84, 80. Yeah, so in Delaware Water Gap, it'll be a little
It'll be cooler.
warmer. Oh, no, it'll be cooler.
It'll be
You're on the
cooler
water.
because we're going to be on the water.
Yeah,
And, but anyway,
shitting in the woods.
I'll be shitting in the woods.
Yeah.
Actually, all the campsites have little outhouses.
Oh, do
It's
they?
pretty
Oh, wow,
cool. It's a
cool.
pretty cool situation.
Dude,
the
I
whole
wanna
thing's
go.
cool. And then there's this place that we went to last year. We're going to try to go to the same place this year afterwards. It's kind of like a Lucky 13 a little bit. Like
Yeah.
it's nothing like, it's really, it pales in comparison, but it's got the same spirit. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's got the same vibe. It's like a biker joint.
All right.
And it's got a really cool energy, and it's like, they play rock and shit. But it's not as, it's like,
Right, it's a mellower version.
it's a way mellower version. But
All
they
right.
do have food, and we're going to go there afterwards, and that's how we end the trip.
Nice,
It's cool. It's a lot of fun.
nice.
Yeah. So that's my
Dude,
weekend.
I want all the recommendations.
Oh, man, you should.
Yeah,
you
dude,
a
I want to know
DM.
about that. So
You
maybe
should
I'll
do
do
it.
that in like
Let's
August or
do
something like
it,
that.
yeah.
That sounds like
I would
fun.
go again.
That sounds like
I'll go
fun.
again.
The longest I think I kayaked was like 4 or 5 hours, and my shoulders were like, because my shoulder injury especially, I was like, oh my god.
I haven't kayaked in years. I only went kayaking once
a
in the
long
ocean.
trip.
I was in the
I
ocean.
made
when
breaks and I
kayaked.
smoked and I just checked out like the views.
It's
Me
a
and-
really long journey, and the thing is, like, once you start, the only way to like
You have to
end
finish,
it, you
yeah.
have to
Yeah,
finish
gotta
the
finish.
14 miles.
Yeah.
And it's
I love
fucking
it.
rough if you're not used to kayaking.
Does somebody take your car and park it down the other end? How do they
we're
do that?
taking public transportation, which is the awesome thing about this whole thing.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
like, we're going to meet in Port Authority. You get on this bus. You just
Oh, wow.
fucking nap for like an hour and a half. You show up not from the bus stop. It's like a quick little Uber ride.
Right,
Over
right.
to the campsite. You get your kayaks. They drive you to the starting point, and boom.
Oh, that's cool.
Fucking great. It's great.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm psyched about it.
I love it.
Yeah, if you
Me-
guys want to go.
Me and a friend of mine used to.
Tomorrow?
No,
Saturday morning.
When I lived in
Saturday, I could do that.
when I lived in Massachusetts, me and a friend of mine used to canoe, and we would like get beers and like take one car, park it at one end, and then take the other car and park it at the other end, and like take the canoe, put the canoe in, and fucking cruise down for a day, in the
That's
canoe.
cool.
And, yeah, it was cool.
That's really cool.
Total redneck shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah.
My friend Joe is, he camps a lot. So he's like, in a way, I guess he's like the guy, he organizes the trips, and
Right,
he's
right, right.
always, kind of organizing, okay, we're going to get to Port Authority by 6 and do this, and we got to be there by 10, this and, so he kind of leads the way in that regard. And he's also really good with like cooking, like on a
Sweet.
campfire.
Oh, yeah?
So he'll bring like pork loins, and like, he makes these specific types of sandwiches. And
Really?
it's
I've been
really
bringing
cool.
hot dogs and
Dope.
marshmallows.
Yeah, I'm usually the guy that's like, I'll cover breakfast the next morning.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
But he loves cooking, and so he kind of leads the charge with that stuff too.
Nice. I'm not a big fan of camping. I found that out a couple years ago.
Yeah. This
What
is
was your bad
definitely-
experience?
But it wasn't an awful experience. But I went into it way too fucking cocky because I was I was watching that. I was like binge watching that
Naked
show,
and
Naked and
Afraid, your
Afraid.
favorite.
Yes, I was binge watching. That show, Naked and Afraid. You ever seen it on Discovery Channel?
They just leave you in the woods
Yeah,
naked.
naked, right? So I'm like, and then I got, I was going on a camping trip, and I'm like.
You got naked.
No, but I was like, yo, these motherfuckers are going into the woods doing it naked. I got this. I got a full camping gear and all that shit. I'm gonna rule this. I had like a home knife on my side of me and like whatever, and it was all good until I had to take a shit, and then I'm like, in the
Oh, here
woods,
we go.
Yeah.
and I'm like leaning against a tree, and it's pitch dark. I mean, dude, we were in the middle of Bumblefuck, Pennsylvania,
Yeah, man.
in like a valley too. Like we weren't even like. It wasn't up high, so like even there was no moonlight either because the trees were covering us.
okay.
So you could not, dude. You walked out of that tent and it was the black. Even if I'm trying to adjust my eyes too, and your eyes still didn't adjust. It was so.
Yo, there's
fucking
creatures
dark.
up in there that we don't
man.
know about.
Yeah, I mean, there's creatures we do know about, but I don't want to meet them while I'm taking a
But
shit.
the ones you
know?
don't know about.
Like what? Like Sasquatch?
Like, yes, exactly. I've had an encounter in New Hampshire when I was
No.
in the tiny house, dude. They were
All
like
right.
fucking across this big lake, and on the other side there was like must have been like boulders because they were just being thrown towards me on the other side of the lake, and it was like landing, and it wasn't a rock from a tree. It wasn't like human.
Really?
Because it was like
They
a
do
boulder,
that.
bro.
That's what they say they do anyway. They throw
Dude,
rocks.
but it wasn't one. It was like 6. So I start like kind of walking, trying not to run quickly. in the woods, which is up against like this lake. So I'm going, and the boulders are getting closer and closer and closer as I'm
Are you
running.
serious? Are you high?
Dead fucking
Were you
serious,
fucking
man.
high?
Of course, I'm always high, but this shit was real, man. Because the
Was
hot
Jesse
tub,
there too?
Yes, we fucking.
I want to get some fucking
wow.
backup
Yeah.
information.
He will. He will
crazy.
tell
Yeah.
you. And like the last rock like landed almost like on the land where we were, and we were like hiding in the hot tub with like, you know, like hot tub covers are really heavy.
Man, and I was gonna ask you about how you rented that, like the information
Yo,
for
fucking
that cabin.
Sasquatch out there.
Huh?
But it's on the other side of the lake. It's like
Yeah,
untouched
but I don't want to
land and
I don't want to
human-
fuck with no Sasquatch.
It might have just been.
Or a
And then the
large
next day
animal.
we went back looking for
Yeah.
a fucking footprint, and we just found like mad boulders lined up, and oysters, like dead, like whatever, eaten.
Really?
It must have been fishing, and we scared it, and it threw shit at us.
Wow.
Maybe it was a bear.
A bear.
Bears
pick up a
don't throw
fucking
rocks, though.
boulder
No,
and
they
throw it
don't.
across
They
the
don't.
lake.
They
How did
say-
it even have the power to throw across?
They
the lake?
say that fucking Sasquatches throw. Listen, I don't know
Bro,
if I
I was
believe it or
scared
not,
shit.
but they say that Sasquatches throw rocks and they bang on trees too.
Yes. Dude, don't get me started.
Yeah, they were banging on trees and shit.
Dude, they not that one, but dude, there's just so much going on, and I feel like the people in New Hampshire know what's going on. Like, 'cause there's like this weird, creepy vibe there.
Oh Jesus!
It's like this
Purple
vibe,
and
like
her- dude, because they're in the middle of fucking woods and they don't
Nah,
get that
they
much.
know something's going
They
on
don't
and
get
they don't
that
wanna
much
tell the rest
social
of the humans.
stimulation.
what?
They don't get as much social stimulation as we do. But
There's something weird about them too.
when listen though, I mean, I'm sure you notice your senses get heightened when you go into the woods, like being in the city,
yeah.
and you go into the woods and your senses get heightened.
Yeah.
So they might ignore that shit that we are,
What
paying
we're
attention.
sensing.
Yeah, what we're sensing.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. The last time I went camping, we went on this really nice hike. It was a really great hike, and then by the time we were like where we set up our tent, we set it up on this ridge, and then when the lights went down, like and the sun went down and everything, and we wound down, and me and whoever I was with went into the tent, and we went to sleep. We noticed, like, the lights are out. You're walking around with like your phone light or whatever.
Yeah.
And we noticed behind the tent, there were like these 4 deer right behind the tent, and this must have been their spot where they're at every day. And they're like snorting and shit, and it's like, and at first I was like, holy
Snoring
shit.
or snorting at you?
Snorting. Like, they got their
Tight.
barking sound, whatever you want to call it.
Did you do it back? Were you like,
No, I was like, we were startled at first, but then I realized, I was like, wait a minute, it's kind of cool that they're there, because if they're there, then I know that there's no bears around. If they're gonna chill there, maybe it'll be
they'll
good
get
to
eaten
have
by
them
the bear
there.
first.
Yeah, well, it was funny because when I was in Pennsylvania, when I was in that thing in Pennsylvania, there was a guy with us who lived not far from where we were camping. Well, who lived in the vicinity, and he said
scared.
when I was like going to take a shit, like before I had to take a shit, actually, I asked, I'm like, dude, are there bears in this? He said, no, there's no bears around here, especially this area. There's deers and stuff like that, but there's no bear, well, that's what he told me anyway. So I believed him.
I don't like bears.
Yeah, there's bears up by my family's property. There's
Yeah.
like 11 black bear on the mountain. So they're pretty. My father's run into them. His girlfriends run into them, and they say, you just clap and put your hands over your head and you yell, and they'll walk away.
Boogie, 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 boogie.
Just start banging on the
I'm like,
tree
if
and
I
scream.
saw a fucking black bear in the woods, I mean, if that thing, man,
I'd shit my black bear pants.
I would definitely shit.
Yeah, I'd freeze. I don't know what I'd do.
I've seen them all growing up. Like one of my families had a house in Pennsylvania, and I'd always go there. And like my uncle was crazy. He would just always go outside and like try to fuck with the bears, man. And I'm like, yo, leave them alone. And,
Yeah,
there's
ain't fucking
and
with
he'd
the
like
bears.
call me like, come, look, you see it. And he's like standing right next to them, and they're just like, what are you trying to show me? Like you're gonna die? Like,
That's a big fucking animal. Would take your head off.
He was
With
just
those
nuts.
fucking
He loved
claws.
them. He had a thing.
What
for
was
them.
what was that documentary with the bear guy?
Fuck, that was so horrible.
What happened?
So horrible.
died. It was
hor-
He died
oh,
such a
yeah.
horrible death.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
saddest
TV?
part is he took this poor fucking girl.
His poor girlfriend. That's
She
That
died
girl.
too?
yeah. I didn't feel bad for him. I felt bad for her.
Oh
Wait,
my God.
what
Fuck
happened?
him.
Yeah, fuck
an
him.
asshole.
He's an asshole.
He
What
deserved
was
to
the name
die
of the
because-
Bear Man? Whatever.
Bear Man did what now?
Grizzly Man?
Grizzly Man. That's
Yeah.
it. There's a documentary called Grizzly Man. It's this
Grizzly Man.
Grizzly Man. It's this guy.
Now I'm never going in the woods.
Well, he's like up in Canada, and he gets dropped where this bear population is, and he's with his
insane.
girlfriend, and he's hanging out with these bears all summer, and then come winter, he's like, well, come fall, he's even like watching these bears in the river, saying, wow, there's not as much salmon as much as there was last year, and like saying all this shit. And his girlfriend's like, can we get out of here? You know, the bears were starting to scare her, and he's got all names for them and all this kind of shit.
Oh
and
my God.
they don't show you, and apparently there is footage of it where they get fucking eaten at the end.
Yeah.
And
it's
They just
so
came on
fucked
over
up.
like, what
It's
up,
so
and
fucked up.
rar?
I mean, once the food runs out, they're gonna eat.
yeah, they were hungry. They
You
need
know?
to fill up before winter to hibernate.
They're gonna fucking eat whatever.
Yeah, they
any
eat them.
moving thing, any living thing. They're just
See,
gonna
I was
eat
gonna
it.
go on this hike in Woodstock, and my boyfriend
Yeah,
said
but
he saw
Woodstock.
bears over there with the cubs, and he's like banging on the tree, and they left. But
Bring
like,
bear mace.
what?
They're bear mace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the fuck out.
Yeah, they're mace for bears.
Mace for bears.
Yeah, they do. It's like mace for people, but bears.
I
So I
don't
imagine
know,
it's bigger.
man. I
and-
think that'll piss them off more.
No, it would scare them and run them away. Their eyes would be burning for a little while. Say, hey,
I'm scared
buddy,
shitless. I'm supposed
but-
to find their eyeballs and like aim.
No,
and,
but if they come at you, it's like a big. It's like a fire extinguisher full of
crazy,
fucking.
man.
I'm sure you're gonna get a little pepper spray in your face too.
But
so
you
it's
won't get
not
eaten by a bear. But
I
exactly.
won't
So
die.
you're both gonna be in the fucking woods like
Running away from each other. What the fuck was that? The bear's like. "Ruh, ruh, 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 ruh."
All right, Purple. We're 40 minutes in. We've got a lot to talk about. So
Yeah, we do.
We haven't done this in a while, so we're gonna listen. We're gonna do this hopefully as much as possible. We'd love to do it every week, but if Johnny and Purple are available, then that's the way we're gonna do it. Because I can't sit here and you don't want to just listen to me by myself, tell my fucking fart jokes and fucking my stories.
Talk to the Joker right next to you. See?
I could,
He'll be
I
like
could.
ha 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 every time. That'll be his response.
See, but I would get to so I'm in a new relationship now, and I have a tendency to talk too much and piss that person off on the podcast. So I'm not going to do that right now. You know?
No,
I'm
don't
gonna
do it
wait.
ever.
Not yet.
Don't
Not
do
yet.
it ever. You should
No,
never do it.
I overshare. I'm an overshare.
Don't
I can't help
overshare.
it.
You can't do that
I will.
anymore. Can't
She'll
do that
tell
anymore.
me now, like, you can't talk about this. You know what I mean?
You shouldn't. I mean,
You're already
she's-
boiling the
Is
waters.
anyone? Is it okay to talk about anything though?
No, if it's all positive,
Okay, I guess
you
you're
know,
right. Yeah,
it's not
sure.
a negative
Getting
light. I would
eaten by
not-
bears is not possible.
No, but
When it comes to relationship stuff.
when it comes to
Oh,
relationship stuff, I'm not going to sit here and talk shit about anybody. You know,
Right.
but you know, positive, fun stuff.
Yeah, like
But I
funny
could-
stories and
Yeah,
shit,
funny
like
stories, and
fucking
sometimes I tell
Sasquatch
funny
and-
stories that I shouldn't share.
Right.
That's all right. Everyone thinks I'm crazy now
Why?
maybe-
Is it this podcast?
because of the Sasquatch.
Oh no.
No,
listen.
I don't know if I believe in Sasquatch or not.
But I
You'll
mean,
see.
look, I don't count it out either. I don't think anyone
I don't count
counts
it out. I don't count it out.
I don't think anyone counts it out.
I don't count out aliens. I'm like, I'm
they're
down.
definitely-
I'm down with the. Listen, I hope Sasquatch is smart enough just to fucking stay away from us. You know,
They don't like us.
and I hope not. Why would they? There's a fucking.
They're protectors of the forest, man.
Well, and there's also like, you know, there was a TV. Oh, my fucking halls is getting in the way.
Don't choke.
There was a TV show on like the Discovery Channel, like hunting Sasquatch. Why the fuck are you gonna hunt Sasquatch?
Yeah, so
you know,
stupid.
because we're gonna see it and somebody's gonna kill it, and they just want to prop it up at a fucking museum.
Yeah.
When like, dude, like,
See, motherfuckers know.
let's just hey, Bob, like. You know, making friends with Sasquatch. That's what that's what the show should be. You know what I mean? Yo, what's up, Sasquatch? Whoop, whoop.
Oh my god.
I don't know. You know, that's fucking brutal.
I agree with you, man. That's fucking ridiculous.
There's
there
like
was-
a whole podcast about Sasquatch
There
stories,
is,
yo.
and there was, you know, I've watched a whole bunch of Sasquatch documentaries and stuff like that. And this one guy was saying how he fucking shot one,
What?
and he went there and he ran over and he saw what it was,
No.
and he said it looked kind of like a small child, and he fucking felt awful. But of course he felt awful, but he still shot the fucking thing, and the big ones chased him away, and then he ended up going back to see, and it was all gone, you know. So, but why would they come near us? We're fucking
Yeah.
awful.
They
We are
cleaned
awful.
up the mess and left.
We are shitty.
Yeah. Can't we just
Shitty
get along,
humans.
man? Sasquatch, can't we all just get along?
Yeah, when we stop fucking
Why don't you invite Sasquatch on the
disrespecting.
podcast? All right, this is
we-
officially.
Yeah, I love it.
We're officially announced. We're officially. Can I do the honors?
Johnny, now that's ridiculous.
No, let's.
What the
we'll
fuck
I
are
make-
you
support
talking
this.
about?
I support this.
No,
Can't we all be friends?
Sasquatch, if you're out there and you hear this, you can. I'd like to invite you on not even my podcast.
It's gonna come
Not
to
even
Brooklyn. It's yours now, Johnny. It's gonna come to Brooklyn.
You never know.
It's not gonna like it here.
All right, let's do a couple little quick news. We'll do 2 news stories and then we'll call it a fucking day.
Woo woo.
We're at 45 minutes already.
Sure.
And most people's car rides aren't that long, long. So they're gonna have to.
Not here, not in the city.
No, not in the city. Well, sometimes it's fucking 4 hours long in the city.
You're right,
don't fucking know.
unfortunately.
Dude, you don't even know.
All right, so what do you got for us, Purple?
We got an article about Rammstein, the frontman Till Lindemann, accused of assaulting a man in a German bar.
Ah, that's interesting.
I wonder
but
why
the
he
story-
did this.
Well, I know why he did it. I actually read the article.
Oh, you did? So
I
what
did.
happened?
He got into an argument on June 8th.
Speak into the microphone.
At
Don't fucking stare at it.
whoops, the fucking phone is like, you know.
Yeah, you can lift it up off your phone.
Anyway, he was in Bayerischer Hof luxury hotel in Munich, Germany.
Yeah, say that 3 times fast.
He got into it with a 54-year-old man from Hamburg after the unidentified 54-year-old man insulted a friend of a singer's who happened to be a woman. The old man allegedly called the woman a prostitute.
Whoa.
The woman in question, identified by Bild as being named Lana, told the outlet, he said to me in English, "I would pay double for you." That is so typical in Germany, though. They always say stupid shit like
Yeah,
that.
but dudes say shit like that in fucking New York too. So
Yeah, everywhere, but like it happened to me a lot in Germany, too.
yeah.
Yeah, Lindemann ever asked this dude if the guy just called his friend a prostitute and demanded an apology. The man allegedly threw his fist up and signaled for the door, and in what reads like a scene out of a movie, Lindemann popped the guy in the face with a stiff elbow, resulting in a bloody nose and possibly a broken jaw.
Good for him.
Nice!
Good for him.
Violence!
Good, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
know,
don't even like
sometimes people
dudes-
need a good pop in the face.
I don't even like dudes that catcall fucking girls in the street. It fucking makes me
It's
crazy.
honestly pathetic.
It's disrespectful.
I was just driving today past the sleeping man trying to get here on time. There was a sleeping man blocking traffic in his car, just passed out. And I'm like trying to get past him, and they're like, there's this just person walking in the street, and like my window is wide open, and he just looks at my car, he's like, "Hey, beautiful," and I'm like, "Yo, go fuck yourself." Like,
Well, that's not that bad. But if you're walking down the street
it's
and the guy's
creepy.
like,
It's still creepy. They make the word beautiful
You know,
creepy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I usually just pull my dick out and start jerking off. You know.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Jeff goes right to the extreme.
Yeah, I'm like that's not. This isn't creepy.
Gross.
What is that, DTSF? Whatever the fuck that's called.
Down to what?
DTF.
I don't know.
Down to fuck.
Yo, baby, you
Suck.
DTF?
Ew, I'm literally gonna puke.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
Come on, Purple, give us one more.
One more. We got the legends behind the fastest growing music genre. Heavy metal is officially the world's fastest growing music genre.
I've known this since I was fucking 14 years old.
It's so trendy. I feel like everyone's
Yeah,
like, this is the new trend.
Why do you think it is, though? I mean, do you think it's because it's
Because
just...
we're fucking awesome and now everyone wants to
No,
be.
I don't think that's it at all. I don't. I think it's the fall of terrestrial radio. There's not like, you know, listen, like, you know, back in the day, back in the early 90s, as an example, you know, you had rock radio. You know, you had bands like Three Doors Down and fucking I don't know, bands like that. You know, that were like kind of rockish, that were accessible to the general public. You know, and you know, I feel like that was, you know, a thing. Now there's a lot of generic metal out there also. But I think it's the fall of terrestrial radio. Honestly, people are looking for different stuff, and metal's in the forefront now. You know,
I think it's, what is it? Is it PLJ 95.5? I think they're finally, after however many years, they're going to be, they're no longer going to exist.
Really, just in general, nothing.
Just in general, they're going away.
Yeah.
So maybe that is a good, you know, a good point that. People have access to more music than they used to have.
Yeah.
And if they're going to, you know, be able to access any band or any kind of music, maybe they're like, maybe a little bit more excited about, you know, metal is, it's a very vast sort of like genre of music.
Except there's so many
There's
different
so many
kinds
different
of metal
kinds of
now.
metal.
You know,
It's interesting.
Yeah.
There's depth in the lyrics, a little bit more depth in the lyrics, obviously, than pop music.
Exactly.
You know, pop music can't be that deep.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's all controlled, like all the pop and all the
Right.
shit that they play on the radio. They repeat the same 5 songs over and over. And like, I just feel like heavy metal's a way out of all that to just listen to something honest and just
Yeah.
something that doesn't give a fuck about anyone's opinion. Like, you know, that's what heavy metal's all about.
And the kids are finally catching on. I
Right.
remember,
Yeah,
you know,
finally.
When we were kids, it wasn't, you know.
It wasn't you. Well, you had
We
to
all
go.
got weird looks.
You had to go to a record store. You had to go, you know,
Yeah.
know a friend who knew about this band or that band,
Yeah.
or you know, they went to a show and
Yeah.
you
Trade
literally
cassettes, you fucking-
yeah, you traded cassettes. You had to. It was different. It was way more underground.
Yeah.
Now it has the same. The playing field is leveled basically because anyone could access anything now.
And I think also too, like, I mean, you know, those, you know, bands from, you know, the 90s and stuff like Soul Asylum and like all those fucking bands, they don't have hardcore fans. You know, they don't have these guys pushing them even still when they're fucking 45 years old.
Right.
You got guys like us though, like the guys from Metal Injection, Horns Up Brox, or, you know, all these websites who are guys our age now.
Right.
Still pushing the same bands that they liked when they were fucking kids.
Yep.
And it's, you know, and now we have business heads. You know, it's like Lucky 13. You know, I wouldn't have done this. You know, if I was into, you know, regular rock and roll music. You
Right.
know.
Yeah.
But it was, you know, I was so passionate about metal when I was a fucking kid, and really like it defined me as a kid. You know.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think it still does as an adult in that sort of way. And I think it's very influential on kids too that see, you know, we're that passionate about it. Like,
Sure.
I don't know. It's got
Yeah.
something to it.
Yeah, did you see that there was like this article, there was like this study that all the metalheads from the 80s did all right.
Yeah.
Like, they're all like they all turned out to be like, you know, pretty well-adjusted people.
Yeah.
And they all have families and jobs. It's not, you know what I mean, and all this idea about the what was it, the Satanic Panic and all that stuff.
Yeah. That was big
which
in the
I came up
90s.
in.
The early 90s, late 80s.
Yeah, I came up. That was like when I first started getting into metal, it was like 87, 88.
Yeah.
And showing my age. But yeah, people were freaked out.
Yeah.
If you wore like an Iron Maiden thing and you
Dude,
had like a Eddie on the back of your jacket, or you listened to Metallica or Iron Maiden,
Yeah.
people already thought, you know, you were, you know, involved in devil worship
Yeah.
and shit. It was like so. When you think about it, when you look back on it, it was so. It was like the first time a parent ever had to deal with a kid listening to something.
Well, there was punk rock before that.
I guess so.
You know?
But but punk wasn't really connected to the like devil worship and stuff like that as much as
No, but it was more connected to drugs
Right.
and bad behavior and
Sure,
stuff.
drugs
and
And then
Anarchy.
before that, it was just rock and roll in general.
Sure.
Before that, it was blues music.
Right.
And like, I watched that documentary about Robert Johnson. Have you watched
Oh
that?
yeah, I did. It was great.
Yeah, it was really good.
The animated one?
Yes. Yeah.
Me too.
About, you know, and he was like an original blues guy, you know, and, you know, he was kind of shunned he wasn't even allowed to see his kid because her family said that he was playing the devil's music.
That's right. Oh.
You know, so you know, it's always been, you know, a certain thing, but I think it's more metal has like definitely been, you know, and it was also exaggerated with
Right,
bands
sure.
like Slayer and
Sure.
Deicide.
Black
and,
Sabbath even.
Yeah. And Black Sabbath was like they said they were making it like horror movies.
Right.
They were trying
Sure.
to make music like that. So
It's true.
yeah,
Worshipping Satan, biting bats' heads off.
fucking right. But yeah, I think it's whatever, man. I'm fucking still metal to this day, and
Yeah.
like.
I mean, it's cool that, like, you know, we have websites like Metal Injection and even Revolver and Metal Sucks and all of these websites, and they're massive websites at this point.
Massive.
I mean, you know?
Yeah.
And it's cool that's kind of like, you know, an institution in a sense. It's like
Yeah.
our new institution. Back in the day, you had MTV2 and you had whatever, Fuse, and
Yeah.
you had all of these video stations that would support the underground music.
Very
however
little,
they
though.
could.
Whether they could, you get fucking Headbangers Ball on at
Sure.
midnight,
Yeah.
till 2 a.m.
And you would stay up.
You
wait
would-
for that Chromax video to come on.
Yeah,
like
or
that
fucking
Helmet video to come
Overkill
on.
or Death
Yeah.
Angel or Helmet
And you'd be psyched.
Testament.
Sure.
But in between that was so much garbage, like Easy O and
Oh my God.
you remember that Flashback,
Yeah.
Heart Attack.
But you know what's really funny? There was like this in I forget the word for it. Is it indoctrinating? Or
Yeah.
when you become like you hear something so much because you're waiting to hear something else.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you hear that fucking Four Non Blonde song,
Yeah.
and you're just like, I know every word, and I didn't want to know every word.
No.
It's
Well,
kind of messed up, right?
It is kind of messed up, and I think
Brainwashing.
that gave me a not so much like I accept my not love, but a strong like for certain bands, like Wasp. And Cinderella, and like certain bands, like I would never have owned. Well, Wasp, I owned up to it, but like bands like Cinderella, I hear a Cinderella song, I'm like, I'm not going to change the channel, you know what I mean? But like back then, I was like, okay, I'm fucking play testing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know, and whatever, man. I don't know. All right, we got to wrap this shit up.
Wait, hold on. Look, can I just talk about?
Sorry.
So speaking of Revolver magazine, they just premiered a video for a song called "Stare into the Sun." Wait, "Stare into the Sun." Oh my God, I forgot the name of the damn thing. God, that's embarrassing. But it's called "Stare into the Sun." It's by a band called Voreen. I put the record out on my label. I also shot some of the footage for the video, which
is really cool.
Yeah, I'm really proud of it.
Yeah,
I think it came out really good, and we had a really good team working on it. It premiered yesterday, and if anyone's listening that would like to check it out, check it out. It's on Revolver. You can just look for the band called Voreen. It's like Maureen, but with a V, and you'll find it on Revolver.
Nice.
Awesome.
Anything else you want to plug this week, Johnny?
No, that's about it, man. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for asking me to come and hang out, and I'd like to come back.
Awesome. Let's do it, Johnny. Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk after the thing. Let's see when we can do it again.
Okay.
But we're hopefully going to make this a regular thing now. Without Melody, maybe we'll get her on once in a while. We'll have some guests once in a while. It's kind of going to be like the Seinfeld, the podcast. We'll just kind of talk shit, and whatever happens, happens.
Sure.
So that's it. All right. Anything else you want to plug, Purple? Anything going on?
Hippies and weed.
All right. Purple Haze. Smoke some purple haze, man. All right. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Later.